Space and held a kunai in her right hand. You're going down, Ambu, Nato screeched. That's right, I'm going down, huh? Nato asked. Naruto shot into the ground and barely into the dirt, leaving a hole on somewhat clean, drew grass. Not up, Nato said as she looked up, not sideways. Nato looked both sides. Not could only mean not to look down and glove his hand and grab her ankles. Alright, Nato yelled as she was pulled the dirt. Naruto jumped out of the dirt as Nato struggled. You're dead, Nato yelled. Okay, sure, bye. Naruto said calmly and walked away. She got angry. One down, two to go, Naruto thought. Sakura peered through the bush. The ambush was nowhere to see. She pierced of her sight. It looked like she was in front. She pierced to the back. It looks the same, huh? Then she heard a poof noise. She turned to face the point fox mask. Looking at her, Sakura screeched. Naruto grabbed her arms and pulled her side down. She passed out before he could even attack. That shocks. Oh well. Two down, one to go. Naruto struggled to get out of the dirt, eventually giving her space to move. I'm out, Naruto said, as she grinned and dusting her dirt off of her. Naruto then saw a silver lining under the tree. A bell. This is awesome. That ambu isn't all that means he dropped a bell. Idiot. Naruto grabbed the bell only to be pulled up by the air by a rope. Disgrace with leaves. What? Naruto yelled. I guess the ambu isn't all that, Naruto spoke as he appeared. Let me down at once, Naruto yelled. How about no? And then Naruto shunned away, leaving Naruto yelling. Sasuke closed his eyes, trying to unlock his Sharingan. Damn it, Sasuke grumbled angrily. Sasuke felt a small moving, ripping his kunai. He looked around, not leaving his spot. Huh, Naruto laughed, using a voice protection. Sasuke looked around, scared. Where could he be? Sasuke turned around behind him. Not there. Sasuke turned upwards. No. He turned sideways. Two shadow clones from behind him came out flying and hit him where flying face kicked. Ugh. Sasuke yelled. Sasuke, knowing he couldn't win, he ran off into the trees. And surprisingly, Naruto didn't chase after him. Naruto smirked as she found three lunch boxes. She had to cut the rope with the kunai. As she fell down, she had to tug around and find a statue with three bento and boxes, and she created. The ambush sucks. He didn't even hide the bento. Naruto watched from the shadows before silently stepped behind Naruto and whacked her in the back of her head with his elbow. Ugh. Naruto yelled in surprise. Trying to eat lunch by yourself? Naruto asked. You're not very good, comrade, so all of your comrades sucks anyways. They don't deserve food, Naruto said, smuggling. Naruto snapped his finger, and suddenly Naruto was tied to the post. Naruto yelled, lunch break, and Sakura and Sasuke shined to the post. Don't feed Naruto or you'll fail, Naruto said, and then shunned away. Naruto then kicked Sakura bento, and the food went flying. She cut some of her mouth and laughed as Sakura groaned, You bitch! Sakura yelled. Naruto then shushed in and said, Naruto, back to the academy, now. No, Naruto shrieked. Minato gasped in surprise as she stared at the shamed Naruto. What is the meaning of this? The Hokage demanded. Your daughter kicked Sakura's bento, proposed during the bell test, so she wouldn't get to eat. Naruto spoke. Naruto. Minato yelled, his voice rising. I'm sorry, Dad. I was hungry. Minato softened. As the Hokage, I demand you to give Naruto another chance, Minato said as he glared at Naruto. Ah, so we're playing favoritism card, Hokage. No, Minato stuttered, trying to come with an excuse to give her daughter another chance. I'm sorry, Hokage, but no matter what, I don't give special favors, Naruto spoke, getting irritated. I demand you demon freak, Naruto yelled. I don't care. I demand from you, Naruto said, sneered. Shit. Naruto thought she hold below her chance for professional training or dating him. His muscles showing through his back shirt. Naruto's eyes burst at Naruto's and the Hokage's fight. Naruto then smacked his hand on Naruto's and then turned to his abs. Sorry, I'm not for staring, Naruto growled. Minato got his knees and begged, please, please, for the love of Kami, give her another chance. Naruto sighed, fine, but no personal training will be included, okay? Fine, Minato spoke. Naruto's chance has been began, the strongest, and disappeared. Sakura beamed. The next day, the Ambu teacher had stood up for her. The Ambu still hadn't shown her his mask, but she was sure one day that they would love each other. Naruto pracked faster. Hinata paused. Hi, Night Fox Sensei. Naruto and Hinata had trained for 2 nights now. She wasn't very good, but was getting better. She was very nice. Maybe one day Naruto would reveal the pain behind the mask because he trusted her. Naruto smiled as Sasuke Shidori the 3 trees under his mask, of course. Good job, Sasuke, Naruto yelled. Sasuke fist pumped his with Naruto, still smuggling from the lightning. He was sure that he would be better than the Ambu, better than the Hokage, but still feel like a brother to know. Other than the mask, Naruto, instead of buying tech, $1 million ninja tools, she was sitting at home. She was only allowed to order $100 kunai instead of damn you, Ambu. I will get you back one day. Nacho growled at her younger peers. In order to get back to the team, she has to do 6 weeks of the academy review. The Ombu had obviously had something else in mind, but her dad decided to go easy on her. She stared out of the window. The Ombu was walking by on his way to training grounds. Nato opened the window, threw a rock at the Ombu before shutting the window, laughing. Second later, the window shattered. The rock flying through Naruto staring creepily at the window with the mask on. Naruto gulped and stared back at Iruka before the Ambu walked away to the training ground. Damn you, Ambu, Naruto cursed. Then she turned her head to Iruka, who was mad, and raised his fist, seeing Naruto broke the window. Come at me, Iruka. I'm the Hokage's daughter, she smirked. Then Iruka grabbed her by her ears and took her to the Hokage's office. Naruto chuckled as he turned back to the tracks. He could hear Iruka screaming and Naruto shrieking. Naruto cheered by watching and decided to shin to the ground. Sakura was there, and Sasuke was in the trees. Sasuke changed from the back, trying to get back at his teacher, to cut his palm and send him flying once again into the imprinting in the bridge from the last encounter. So report to the Hokage's office, Naruto said before shrinking away, leaving a pissed off Sasuke and a deadly Sakura. Naruto shrinking to the Hokage's office and waiting for two. They finally came, and so they entered to the Hokage's office. Lord Hokage, Naruto said, his hand in his pockets, obviously bored. Where are your students? The Hokage asked. Then suddenly a sweat Sakura and a pissed off Sasuke barged through the door. Cha! Sakura yelled, trying to form a punch with chakra and giving an apathetic amount of killing intent. Ki? Huh? You call that a killing intent? Naruto laughed. Before leaking out a ki, Sakura held her throat before gulping a minute. She collapsed along with Sasuke. Naruto kept going until the Hokage had trouble breathing before stopping. Don't challenge me yet, Naruto said emotionally. Sakura growled. Naruto rolled her eyes before smacking a little kid head. No, you idiot. It's like this, Naruto yelled. A poor academy kid, a little kid, was shaking. He then dropped his kunai, which he had been training with, ran away to the classroom nurse. I didn't hit the brat that hard, Naruto mumbled angrily. Iruka walked up to the smothered Naruto. When I said help teach the students, I didn't mean hitting them into the submission. Iruka growled. Huh, very funny, Iruka. The only way to teach them is to make sure they know their place. Naruto laughed sarcastically. And what is that? Iruka asked. Below me, Naruto smirked. So no one else can be stronger than you? Iruka asked. Yes, I will be the strongest and become Hokage. Everyone will love me, and if not, I'll beat them into loving me. Naruto smirked happily. Well, then, forget about being Hokage because that is called disrespectful, Uruka said. Naruto growled, smacking her mental kunai in anger. A small cut formed her arm. Give me the top medic attention. I have a cut, Naruto yelled. Iruka sighed. Go get a bandage aid, big girl, Iruka smirked while walking away. Naruto shrieked. Naruto sparred with Sasuke and Sakura. Wasn't doing so well. Naruto had been using 64 points, which he had learned from the Hyuga. Sasuke fell down, too weak to move. Naruto picked up him and took him to the Uchiha compound. Knocking out the door, a woman opened it. Up it was seems to be Sasuke's mother. What happened? She asked, pulling Sasuke into her arms. Naruto nodded slowly under the Anbu mask and simply said, training. Then he shunted away. Naruto sat down on the boulder in the forest. He sipped a water from the river next to him, and he had overall calm sense. His mask sat next to him, and his dirty Anbu clothes next to it. He had put a black muscle t-shirt and some black jeans. He put his head and chugged cold water from Ice River. He felt refreshed. He felt stupid. His family, Nato, no one accepted him. He wanted to love them again, but the cuts and scars he ran deep, reminding him of those times he would never forgive them. He never loved them. That when the tear fell down, he broke down. In the forest, you could hear the wailing of the boy who had no one. Nato heard wailing. She put her ears through the window. She heard a faint screaming. She smirked. It was probably someone weakling who couldn't handle being a ninja. She broke the window and ran out, ignoring Iruka's screams. She started to run faster and faster, to showing the kid